So Hospice Orillia is a community hospice as opposed to a residential hospice. So we've been around for 30 years. We had our 30th birthday last year, and we provide end-of-life services for those who are living with life-limiting illnesses and disease. So we offer caregiver support when we go into the home. There's lots of services attached to that. We have legacy services, documenting like loved ones' journeys so that they can leave that legacy to their family and their loved ones. We have bereavement services, which is my program that I'm responsible for. So we offer different things that the community needs. So we have one-on-one supports, all delivered by professionally trained volunteers. So it's peer support as opposed to counselling and therapy. So we have one-on-one, we have 8-week groups, we have a specialised overdose loss group, we have a specialised equine therapy group, and then we have these memorial events that we do now in the springtime, late spring, and then we do one closer to the holidays around December. Right now, due to the provincial legislation, we're not going into people's homes. So all of our services have switched to virtual. So whether that be telephone support or video support over OTN, or we use a secure video conferencing platform for some of our groups. So that does look different, and I think we were really nervous to start services in this manner because we had to embrace a lot of technology. Our volunteers had to embrace a lot of technology, but it's been a learning curve for everybody, and so far so good. This event, I guess the upside of this event is the weather can't really play a factor this year, and every year we contend with rain or sun, or you can't choose the weather, so that's a bonus. Another bonus is that it's accessible for everybody now. So for people who couldn't make it down to this beautiful plot down here, everybody can, if they have a device, everybody can tune in. So we're asking people to send in photos of their loved ones, and maybe send in a photo of themselves planting a flower or planting a plant, because usually we would come down here and we would plant flowers. The city of Orillia generously donates the flowers each year, and then we have a ceremony, whether it be here or under the pavilion, and we pause and we take time out and we plant the flowers. So it will be similar to other ceremonies. We will have that ceremonial aspect to it. We will have readings and poetry and music. Then we will have a piece where we show photos of loved ones and have their names scrolling down, and show photos of people planting flowers. But we won't have the interruption, so it will be a live pre-recorded event. The event happens on Thursday the 18th of June at 6:30 p.m. And you can go to our YouTube channel or our Facebook page to get more information. So between now and then, and hopefully sooner rather than later, so we can compile all the photos, we're asking people to submit their photos either via our Facebook page, or they can send them to me directly, which is just louise@hospiceorillia.ca, and we will feature them in the ceremony. I think to use a blanket statement and say everybody is grieving right now, that's kind of right, but it's kind of not right, because we're all grieving something, whether it be missed milestones for kids who are supposed to be graduating, right? Everybody's grieving something. We're grieving that we can't just go to the store and shop how we used to, and vacations. Our life just looks different. We're very inconvenienced, right? So we could be grieving or mourning those losses. And we acknowledge those as losses, but the loss of somebody that has died is obviously more significant. So what we found is some people are actually doing okay in their grief. They've had a significant loss, but because the planet has slowed down a little bit, they seem to be rebounding and moving forward. And it's not necessarily a terrible thing that we've slowed down, because If you think about somebody who's had a loss and they want to come to a grief group, so they take that time each week to come out for 2 hours and work on their grief, right? And we're so busy that, you know, that's sometimes all we can afford to do. So I think now some people are doing okay. Yes, some people are really struggling because they can't be with loved ones. So I think it's different and unique for everybody, but I acknowledge that for end of life and for those first few days, if you can't be with somebody, then it is extra tricky.